everyone, so in today's video I want to talk to you about how to choose your major. Now I don't know where everyone around the world starts a new semester, but here in Canada it's usually August, September, which are quickly approaching. So I thought that this would be kind of a good idea for people that are transitioning, sort of like going from high school to college or from like college to university, or even for people that are like in the middle of their program but are like, whoa, wrong place, wrong time, not for me, what am I doing next? So if you want to switch, it's never too late. It's never too late to switch programs if you're not happy with the one you were in. So without further ado, I'm just going to share with you some steps as to how to go about to pick your major. Now the first thing you have to do when you choose your major or what you want to go into is to think about what you love. Like, what makes you happy? Is it interacting with people? Is it math? Is it alone time? Is it history? Do you like nature? Do you like animals? Really, what do you love? Now the next step after you figured out, like made a little list of all the things you love, let's say, now it's time to do some research. So get your Google on or ask people, hey, you know what? I really like animals. Let's see what options are there for me. Like, you can go online and find that you can be, I don't know, a zoologist or a veterinarian or like, I don't know, wildlife expert or like a person that deals with animals on a regular basis. I don't know, like a trainer, dog trainer, or, you know, there's a lot of options stemming from that core of what you love. You have no idea how many people are not aware of the many options that are out there. There's a lot of things you can do with just one passion. The hard thing is finding them all out. You have no idea how many people I heard, they're like, oh, you know what, I really like law, but I don't want to be a lawyer. What am I going to do? Well, look your options up. There has to be something else with that core being law or with that core being what you love. Just do your research and find out all the options that are presented to you. The next step is pick 3 to 5 career choices. So let's say you set your mind to it and you know what, I want to be a psychologist, let's say. So you pick, okay, psychologist, I kind of like social work, so social worker, maybe because social worker, then something with people, I really like people, or maybe HR would be an option, like human resources. Again, maybe something with people, I don't know, team building, life coach. So pick all your career options. Think of it as career. So when you look at everything that interests you, the name you're gonna give them is a career choice, or like veterinarian, a title. Look for titles on what you want to become. The number one error people make, and that I made when I was younger, is when they pick their major, they think of, oh, this is like the type of classes that interest me, or like, oh, this is the only thing that interests me, or the only thing I can kind of do. I hate everything else. I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna do this because I like all those classes. Not good. Think further ahead. Think of where those classes will lead you. So let's say you're like, wow, I really like English. So I'm just gonna be an English major because English class is my favorite subject in school, so I'm just gonna go into that. Do you like writing? Do you want to become a journalist? Do you plan on starting your blog or doing something in writing? If your answer is no, then why are you doing it? So like, don't pick your major in terms of what classes you enjoy. Pick your major in terms of your end goal, where you want to be. Next step is to do more research, but now localize it, make it more specific. So take each of your options and look it up. So let's say you want to be a psychologist. Okay, well, look at all the university or all the schools that you can, number one, afford to go to, because money is a huge issue, let's be perfectly honest. If you can't afford to go to university, you won't, right? Unless you get like a massive scholarship, and that good for you if you got that. But look at it like, what's your price range? What schools are in your area? Or if you can afford to travel or to go to another country, look up those schools and see what programs do they have. Now that you research your dream career, you should have also researched how to get there. So let's say if you want to be a psychologist, to practice legally in Canada, you need to have your doctorate. So you need to go back, master's and doctorate degree, and also you need to be part of the order. So you know how to get there, you know the steps. And after you know the steps, you know where to start. Okay, so I want to start with my bachelor's in psychology. Okay, I'm gonna look at all the university and see which of them offers a bachelor's in psychology. Then you weigh out the options. You're like, okay, in this school, it's very good, is very well reputed for their bachelor's in psych. This school, not so much. This school I would love to go, but it's too expensive, can't afford it. Or this school I would love to go to, but it's insanely far and I can't afford to move close to it. So maybe not on the topic. So evaluate your best options based on where you want to go and where you need to start. So you have a clear mission, a clear path you need to go in your head. So let's say you've done all the research, you've actually picked something you like, and you actually have a career plan and déroulement in your agenda, so you know where you're going. You've been accepted to the university you wanted to the program you wanted to, you're in the major you picked. Bravo, hands down, good for you. However, I would highly suggest to you that you keep your doors open, because you never ever know what you get yourself into unless you're in it. So what I'm talking about is when people pick their major, that's the only thing they see. Like, the only thing that's important to them, and in their mind, in my mind, there was no plan B. That was my only plan A, and you might be the same. You're like, no, I did all this work, that's my major, I don't care, this is gonna work, this is the path I'm choosing, and there's no sidetracks. Wrong! Always keep your options open, because you never know, you might end up in the program and you realize that, you know what, I thought from reading all of this, I thought I had a feel about this like career, about this path, about this program, but you know what, I don't think it's for me, and that's okay. But the way you can learn that is, number one, by actually being in the program and experiencing it, or by internships. Those change your perspective. Whoa, do those, they're really good. They actually prepare you for the real world, and you're actually like, can I do this as a job for the rest of my life, or around for a good portion of my life. Basically what I'm trying to say is keep your options open by choosing complementary classes, or there's a major and there's a minor, and by choosing a minor that's like interesting but not your top pick. So let's say, you know what, I'm interested in psychology, but I'm also interested in political science. So take poli-sci as your like minor, or like, you know what, I like psych, but there's not enough math and I really like math, so take some math courses. Just explore while you're doing your major, because you never know. And it's okay if you don't like your major and you messed up and you have to switch programs. It's perfectly fine. You have time to switch. Even if you're like 32 and like you restarted school, it's okay. It's never too late to change your major. Don't go in it and have these expectations and these plans, and then when you lose them, or when you sidetrack, and when you realize, you know what, I kind of like that more than that, I can't switch now because I'm too close to that end goal. No, it's never too late to switch. So definitely keep your options open, even if you get into the major you wanted, into the program you wanted. You always need to have a plan B and a plan C, and sometimes even a plan D, but you need to be ready. You need to be ready for anything. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to me if you like what you see. Definitely pick your major right, what you love, do your research, find out the career paths there are to get there, and keep your options open even if you get in. Just remember those and you'll be a-okay on your way to where you have to be, where you need to be, where you want to be, and where you are meant to be. So, bye guys.